Freedom is never granted, it's taken. We're all fed this sanitized elementary school version of the American Revolution, where liberty was a gift from a few guys in wigs. But while the Founding Fathers were busy debating their rights, thousands of enslaved people were fighting for actual life, often against those same patriots. This is the story of the Black Loyalists, and it's a blueprint for how freedom is actually won through leverage, not permission. In 1775, Lord Dunmore, British governor, made a deal, freedom, for any enslaved man who would fight for the crown. Let's be real here. Dunmore wasn't a liberator. He was an enslaver himself. He was a cynical politician looking for a human weapon to crush a rebellion. He didn't care about justice. He cared about winning a war. But intentions don't matter when a door gets kicked open. Enslaved people across the colonies saw a crack in the system, and they took it. They didn't need Dunmore to believe in their humanity. They just needed his desperation. Thousands of people risked everything, navigating hostile territory and escaping plantations to join the British lines. They weren't loyal to a king across the ocean. They were loyal to the first real chance at freedom they'd ever seen. They took a cynical wartime tactic and turned it into a mass jailbreak. The war ended, and as usual, the betrayal was immediate. When the Black Loyalists were evacuated to places like the Bahamas, their allies, the White Loyalists, tried to re-enslave them to fill out their own land grants. This is the part they don't teach you. The Black Loyalists didn't just sit there and take it. They fought back. They disappeared into the woods with bayonets. They organized their own courts to defend their legal status. They learned the hardest lesson in history. Freedom isn't a trophy you win and put on a shelf. It's territory you have to hold and defend every single day. Since they couldn't rely on the British or the American systems, they built their own. Places like Delaney Town in the Bahamas weren't just settlements, they were fortresses of self-reliance. Their churches weren't just for prayer, they were logistical hubs. They became the southern end of the Underground Railroad, helping others escape the U.S. This wasn't resilience. That's a buzzword. This was a strategic refusal to be erased. It's a reminder that when the state fails you, and history says it will, the only power you actually have is the community and the infrastructure you build for yourselves. The Black Loyalists didn't wait for a friendly government. They didn't wait for their allies to be pure of heart. They used the leverage they had, not the leverage they wished they had. They carved out a life against impossible odds because they knew no one was going to hand it to them. Stop waiting for a system that benefits from your compliance to suddenly develop a conscience. It's not going to happen.